Happy Wednesday and greetings from the Tampa International Airport. It's day 69 with Walk with Winston, and this is going to be a recurring scene for us on Wednesday mornings. This Wednesday I'm flying out, and next Wednesday I'm flying out, so hope you can put up with the background noise as we talk this morning. Have you ever noticed how the truths of life are so counterintuitive? We are, in our culture, we're taught to believe a certain set of values. We believe that we have these beliefs about how life works, and yet our experience is very different than what we're taught. And so today I want to share a principle with you in terms of how to build more freedom into your transformational journey. Like all these talks, these are coming out of my recent personal experience. And so as I've shared with you over the last few days, I'm seeing a tremendous breakthrough in my mindset relative to my health journey. And so the main thing that's been changing is that I am reframing certain tools that I've used in my past that I've been very resistant to. As a rebel by nature, anything that's imposed upon me from above or from external sources, I really kind of rebel against and push away, even though my own experiences, those same tools are useful and can be helpful. But there's another principle at work here in terms of the changes that I've been implementing, especially over the last week or so. And that is that there's tremendous freedom in structure. Now, how counterintuitive is that? You know, as Americans, American culture is one of independence and free spirits and don't tell us what to do. Yet, how much freedom is there in structure? So I'll give you an example from my sports background. When I played football in high school, we had a very simple blocking scheme. I played left tackle. I'm the guy that protects the quarterback, particularly on his blind side as he's going back to pass. And I would be on the side where if an opposing player was closing in on him, I would be the last line of defense and not in his line of vision. But we had a very simple scheme it didn't really matter what the opposition did. We knew that my first assignment was to take anybody to my inside shoulder. My second assignment was to take somebody who was coming face onto me. And my third assignment was to take somebody who was on my outside shoulder. And it didn't matter what the opposition did, what kind of junk defense they ran, or any scheme that they came about. That was my primary responsibility. Everybody on the team had similar responsibilities. They had option 1, 2, and 3. And we just, and by repetition and practice, that became ingrained in us. It was something that we never even thought about. That became a habit. Well, isn't it true that as we do our transformation, can we look for other no-thinking type habits that we're installing that just become automatic, but it comes out of a structure, comes out of a conscious intention to take action in a certain way, no matter what opposition we get, what in our day, in our practice, that we have certain go-to habits, certain keystone habits that we work in. And so I was stressing the other day about all the stuff I'm trying to do, all these different balls I've got in the air to advance the life that I dream of. And yet, a couple nights ago, a very simple metaphor was given to me. Let's put some structure around that. Let's put some boundaries around these efforts and say, let's time block them. So let's say that you've got these 3 things that are really critical for you that you want to get progress on over the next 60 to 90 days. And let's just time bound them. And let's be intentional about what days we're going to do them, what times we're going to do them, and what activities are going to be part of those structure. And it was so freeing to me because up until now I had this entire list of things that I thought I had to do. And was feeling the sense of overwhelm that there were so many activities on that list and that there really wasn't any time to do that. So my encouragement to you today is maybe you're feeling a little overwhelmed with all the things that are on your plate in terms of the transformation you're pursuing. But let's boil them down to their essential elements. What 1, 2, or 3 things would most advance your transformational journey? And let's time box them. Let's put some structure in your life. You think that it's restricting you and taking away your ability to, perhaps like me, you're thinking that this is going to take away my choice or my freedom to go and to do whatever I want to at the time I want to do that. But I'm finding tremendous freedom in time blocking these activities and putting them on the schedule, and just frees up so much mind share to actually execute against those things. So I hope this has been encouraging to you to think about how this is one of many counterintuitive lessons that we have in life, is how freedom comes through structure. If you have a similar experience with that, put those in the comments. I'd really like to hear from you and learn from your experience in terms of how you've done something very counterintuitive that has dramatically advanced your life. With that, you guys have a great Wednesday. I'll talk to you again soon.